Peace. Infinite waters diving deep once again. We are out here in the heart of nature, baby. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana. How to start a plant-based diet. We're going to talk about food. We're going to at least do one food video a week because we have a lot of people doing the 7-day vegan challenge, and a lot of people, it's going good, isn't it? Because I'm seeing your face eating that. And you're not giving us any of those plums or berries or whatever you're eating these days, right? You don't want to share it with us. But a lot of people are asking, like, is there another way to do it? Because it's kind of hard. I don't want to let go of that other food I used to eat. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? I've been a vegan for nearly 12 years. And it has changed my life in ways I can't even begin to explain to you, describe to you. But it's helped in a nutshell. Now, I always tell people this. A lot of people become vegan and then a year down the road, they say, actually, this is not for me. And I always tell people it's because you've got to practice a plant-based diet first. That's what I did along my journey, where a plant-based diet would be like where you eat, let's say, 80% plant-based foods and then 20% carpets and rooftops, whatever you want to eat, right? But don't just jump into the vegan lifestyle straight away without starting a plant-based diet first. So I'm going to share with you what helped me along my journey start a plant-based diet. Let's start with this. First of all, forget about the myths. Whoever told you milk would just make your bones strong? Got milk? Like, they had these massive campaigns about dairy and like drink milk and it's gonna make your bones strong. So a lot of people are like, I can't let go of cow's milk, right? But when I was going through that, I was like, okay, yeah, I want strong bones. You see, that's the reason why a lot of people can't start a plant-based diet, because of the myths that have been handed to them by their parents. Oh, you're gonna lose weight. You're gonna turn into a pack of bones. Don't worry about it. Right? So when I was transitioning into a plant-based diet, I went for rice milk, right? Almond milk. Like, you got to find the alternatives and realize that chia seeds is packed full of calcium. People say, oh, where are you going to get your protein from? Do they keep asking you that when you are doing the 7-day vegan challenge, starting a plant-based diet? Or just throw a whole bunch of chia seeds right at them, like, and they're like, what's that? And you're like, these tiny seeds? Yeah, these are a complete source of protein, baby. Slow motion this side. We can talk about spirulina, chlorella, complete source of protein, hemp powder, complete source of protein. So when I was going along my journey, you see, I made a lot of mistakes in the beginning because I wasn't even aware of these superfoods. And I get it. A lot of people are like, well, if I start a plant-based diet, what am I going to eat? And people who are on the plant-based diet are just laughing like, because they're just like vegans eat good, like real good. So much so that like food is like the main event of the day. Like, where are we going to eat right now? Okay. But we have been led to believe these myths. You can't get protein on a plant-based diet. You can't get enough iron. You got maca powder, the Peruvian ginseng, right? You got so many foods which can fortify you. You've got grapes, right? Full of resveratrols. Once again, they're going to help the anti-inflammatory problems within the body, right? They're anti-cancer. Now, plant-based foods, when I realized that watercress is the most nutrient-dense vegetable in the world, it is a phytonutrient. It has phytonutrients. Okay, so when people say plants don't have any nutritional value, I'm like, so you're telling me a dead cow does? Living foods or foods which aren't alive, right? So you have to put yourself into a mindset which says, am I eating to live or am I eating to not be here? to die. Don't worry about it. You'll still be here. Okay, so forget about the myths. Most people who give us these stories, ask yourself, what the hell are they eating? And then chances are they aren't eating what you want to eat. Oh, I get it. Exactly. Now, what's the second step that helped me along my journey to start a plant-based diet? Now, this is what I call take one step at a time. Please don't overdo it. So I realized, okay, when I was transitioning, because I used to love a lot of meat, chicken, and processed foods, and it was hard to let go. It was like, I want to let go. I'm being pulled to this side, right? It didn't want to let go of me. I didn't want to let go of it, right? Sometimes the taste can really get you. And that's how foods are designed, to keep you addicted. But I started to realize nature never makes you an addict. You see, when you are eating foods with live enzymes, you just imagine if you say, I'm going to binge on 30 apples. Can you imagine? Like, people don't do that. But when it comes to like fast food, processed foods, people are like eating whole bags of potato chips and like stuffing their face full of chicken, right? And just because it's like full of like all of these additives. So what helped me along my journey was to say, I vow to eat a strawberry a day. I vow to eat some grapes every single day. I vow to eat one vegetable every single day. Now, you see, a lot of people overdo it. Like, people are like, I just want to be 100% vegan overnight. Good luck, because any vegan will tell you it was a whole process. Because even if you've been a vegan for 6 months, you're going to be tried and tested because you've been eating a diet where your whole body has become addicted to that diet. And now you have to wean yourself off it slowly. So what helped me along my journey was saying, I vow to eat just one vegetable a day, one apple a day with whatever else I'm eating. Okay. And sometimes it was still some processed foods, but I had like a nice bowl of kale right in front of me, baby. I had some quinoa right in front of me, right? And it's beautiful because if you just take a small step, eventually things change. But if you just like dive straight in, it's going to be hard unless you're super powerful. You're super powerful. You're super powerful. You're super powerful. You can do it. No problem. Okay. So I vow to eat thee. What are you saying right now along your journey? If you want to start a plant-based diet, what are you vowing to eat? I vow to eat, right? Just say, I vow to eat this, and then it will happen. What's the third amazing way to start a plant-based diet that helped me along my journey? Now, the reason why a lot of people don't start a plant-based diet is because they don't even know the benefits of the foods they are gonna be in for. Like, you're gonna be in for a big surprise, right? You don't even know the food benefits of the food you're gonna be consuming. So I started to realize I used to love avocados. Then I realized these are packed full of lutein, which give you better eyesight. I was like, wow, I'm even more excited when I see this avocado. And there are like hundreds of these in Whole Foods, but they're still brilliant, right? I get excited when I see like lucuma powder, right? Full of antioxidants. Okay, now it's like I'm realizing health is wealth, food is medicine. I get excited when I see like acai is probably it's a food which has the most antioxidants in. Okay, and we can talk about cacao. I love cacao. I love chocolate smoothies with cream on top. Tryptophan. So a lot of people who eat a lot of cacao are always feeling good because when you are eating a lot of foods with tryptophan, that produces a lot of serotonin, which puts you in a good mood. So I was like, okay, I get why I'm eating this right now because it's going to make me so healthy. And when I'm healthy, it means I can do this. You can just dance around, baby, and get off the toilet for once. Okay. Now, when I realize, okay, food with benefits, people always say friends with benefits. If you want to start a plant-based diet, ask yourself, like, what are the benefits of this food I'm eating? Okay, or what about drinking, right? A lot of us, we drink a lot of sodas and they're full of sugar, and sugar gives you a high followed by a terrible crash, right? So the big problem with me, I realize it's not just about food, it's about what you're drinking. And a lot of us, we're dehydrated on the planet because we're drinking tap water, which is full of fluoride, which decalcifies. No, it doesn't. It calcifies the pineal gland. You wish it would decalcify it, right? Calcifies it. So I was like, okay, I need to drink more alkaline water. I need to eat more foods which are alkaline, living foods, right? And foods which are sun-kissed. If a food has been processed and processed and processed, chances are it's lost its nutritional value. So use the benefits as an incentive to eat better foods. Like, people say, well, it's so expensive, Ralph, to eat healthy. I'm like, have you seen the medical bills recently? They're like, oh, yeah, exactly. So just go for it. Don't be stingy when it comes to putting the best in your body, baby. Now, let's talk about the fourth step that helped me along my journey to start a plant-based diet. And this was basically to find alternatives. Now, a lot of people, you may be addicted to meat. Like, I was addicted to a lot of meat. When I was transitioning to a more plant-based diet nearly 12 years ago, I was like, okay, I went to corn, right? That's a good alternative for meat. And then after corn, I went to portobello mushrooms, baby. Can I get a hello there? Why did I do that? Because it kind of reminded me of meat. You see, I was like, I still want that feeling that I got from eating meat. So I was like, okay, I'm going to eat corn now. And it tasted a bit like meat, but it didn't. But it was a good start, right? To get me off that junk, which causes cancer, by the way. And then I went to portobello mushrooms, which was portobello mushrooms is even healthier than corn because it's organic, it's full of vitamins and minerals that you need, right? Vitamins and minerals that you need. And it looks great. Who doesn't like the sight of a mushroom, right? Everybody does. Now, what are other alternatives? A lot of people say, well, I love milk. You got almond milk. A lot of people say, I love margarine. Okay, well, you've got avocado spread. You've got natural peanut butter. Okay, you got almond butter. These are all great alternatives. Okay, and that's what's helped me along my journey. And the fifth step that helped me start a plant-based diet was to find a community. Now, a lot of us, we don't want to find a community. We say, there's nobody around that eats like me. Well, you're not looking in the right places. I certainly wasn't, because I was in the wrong environment. You see, the hardest part about starting a plant-based diet is dealing with people who doubt you, who are like, you are gonna die if you eat vegetables and fruits. You actually believe them. Slap yourself for that. Ouch. So what helped me along my journey was to say, okay, I started to read books like The Raw Food Diet by Christine Bailey. Started to get influenced by people like Dr. Sebi, who talked about how our bodies were electrical, so we needed electrical foods, carbon-based foods, plant-based foods for our body to work at optimum level. Right? Great minds. And then YouTube. There are so many amazing people who are sharing great videos. Like on YouTube, shout out to my friend Fully Raw Christina. You got people like Freely the Banana Girl. All of these great people who are sharing food information. Like, the community is global right now. I share a lot of vegan videos, and a lot of people say, okay, I became a vegan because I watched your video. So you got to really find your community by going online, by doing your own research. You got documentaries, Earthlings, Forks Over Knives, okay? And the more research you do, you actually you actually now start customizing what works for you. That's why I say you got to start the plant-based diet first before you even want to become a vegan. Because a plant-based diet is not a vegan diet. A plant-based diet means you're incorporating like about 80% fruits and veg into your diet. Majority of your diet is plant-based. Okay? Now, it doesn't mean you can't sometimes eat processed foods. Okay? So when you give yourself that leniency, that flexibility, then you move into a more vegan-based diet, right? But a lot of people, they're way too strict on themselves. They're like, no, 100% this, and then next week you see them eating ice cream on the beach, right? Full of dairy and all of that. Like, I always say, eat whatever you want, but just take one step at a time. And for me, the plant-based diet is the way to go because it is the gateway to the vegan life, right? And the feeling happier, looking better, and shining, baby. And if you want to find a community, go to events, go to festivals. I went to the Veg Fest, did videos out there, and you feel right at home. Why? Because everybody's got a bunch of strawberries in their mouth. Feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? Have a beautiful day. We're out here, baby. Getting high. Infinite waters. Diving deep. Once again, stay well. Stay healthy. Let me know how your food journey goes, your plant-based diet goes, and your 7-day vegan challenge goes. Peace. You!